The double or nothing Athon contest continues with Atow's run. He is currently at level 2 after beating Tempo. He decided to go double up instead of cashing out, and he randomly got selected DrKnown, so that's who he's up against now. If he wins this one, he can decide to cash out 125 or get a random opponent to keep going, as long as that timer down there in the bottom left doesn't hit 0 as well. That's pushed up by subs. Let's get into the match. Here we go. Here we go. It's Atow versus DrKnown. We have waited for this match a while. As Charles drops the prime. Thank you. Much appreciated. We have waited for this match. It basically took a big break during the Coupe de France when KC was playing in that tournament. DrKnown also has tests coming up. He can't afford to stay up late every single night and play, but we finally got a good time that both of them can play, and it's a nice best of 5. DrKnown has been looking for strong opponents to play against, and I think we have found one in Atow. Atow started off his run when we randomly selected from players who had yet to play and got to play against Tempo to start. He won that one 3-1, and a wave dash pinch shot almost put him up 2-0. DrKnown has put up good results in 1v1 in the past. He had a bit of a break where he was not playing as much 1v1 as Atow's going to fake. And he actually picked it back up. He started pushing high into the leaderboard, competing well in MENA. You don't always see everybody competes in the 1v1 tournaments that Epic holds, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest. But DrKnown and Nush and Ops, all of his teammates do compete, and it's usually a Nush versus DrKnown grand final. So he's definitely on the cusp. And I think some of those have included Shadi as well. So DrKnown and Atow, or sorry, DrKnown and Nush playing well. Nush had the head-to-head edge against DrKnown, but I would not be surprised if, you know, he potentially matched up against certain opponents better with the style that he likes to play. Not to mention they have been very close. Atow, though, is just dominating. He is just playing clean right now as he passes to himself off the ceiling, gets the reset, wave dash shot. DrKnown sitting and watching. And that is probably not going to work against Atow, who's in control. Atow losing his kickoff, though, to DrKnown, who wants a 50 and couldn't force the 50 in. That boost is not going to respawn for him in time. So he is heading back to his own back corner. Demo attempt does not work. DrKnown jumped off the back wall. Question is, can he keep a possession going still as well? He feels forced to hit this ball up as Atow was hanging out underneath him. And it actually ends up working out well because he does undercut Atow, takes the midfield in the back corner. And now he's ready for a strong attack. Love to see a goal from him to get going here. This is a really good opportunity. What a save from Atow. It is not easy to stop those air dribbles and keep the 50s out. But Atow's not out of the woods yet. Really good possession conservation from DrKnown so far. And as I say that, he just get rid of one without a scoring opportunity by dropping the ball and letting it roll when I think he was clearly trying to keep it up. Sure, you might think, oh, DrKnown's still on the ball. He still looks like he's on offense. But ever since that moment, he went from being on offense to defense, really. And Atow is going to get his opportunity now off the ceiling. And the reset shot does not connect. Atow doesn't seem to be afraid to go all in on all of his takes. He feels good enough about his mechanics that if he doesn't score on the first, he'll play a bit of defense and expect to just score on the first enough times that it's not going to matter. A nice air dribble. This goes to show how hard those air dribbles are to stop. Atow was just doing such a good job previously. Atow tapping this one around DrKnown and staring him down as he's also reverse dribbling. He did that one for us. He is easily dribbling while in reverse cam all the way down the field. Sure, it was very free, but a little bit of flair from Atow on an obvious goal. Kickoff win. Another pass to himself off the ceiling. Another reset. Another shot. This one kept out. DrKnown, known for his defense, as he's going to pre-flip and get a demo. So maybe he could start popping off here and making Atow rethink. The strategy of going all in on every first shot does start to fail if DrKnown can really lock in and read those first attempts. DrKnown's going to go to length of the field. Pogo shot goes low, and even though Atow gets a touch, it does not stop him. The mix-up, it's so hard to read. I think Atow actually thought a pogo shot was coming, but he thought it'd be a higher bounce, and instead DrKnown poked it and kept it low. And that puts Atow just slightly off target. As DrKnown kickoff win can do wonders. This bounces up really high. He is going to be the only one with boost. So even though he doesn't score here, a good chance to get something in the follow-up. Lobs it high to the back wall, knowing he has that boost advantage. Doesn't want to let Atow get this 100. So he's chasing him down and going straight for it. And I think it's going to pay off. Instead of focusing on anything else, he focused on starving out Atow. And it works out. Not only that, he also chased down a bump. I think that's why Atow flipped his way out of position, trying to dodge a bump. Let me change the title from having the time that it's going to start to now the prize and the level he's on. Atow on level 2. $125 on the line for him if he does decide to lock it in afterwards. He will backflip on the goal line to make it 5-3. DrKnown wall dash into demo. No way, Atow respawns and gets his save. Atow, another kickoff win. I think kickoffs have been heavily in his favor. He seems to be relaxing a little bit on going all in on his first shot attempt. That being said, though, as passive as it looked, he did still hand over possession. He just tried to make sure that he'd be able to recover and play defense. Maybe not prioritizing possession, but presence back in his own half. As DrKnown looks to take this one away, costs him his life. And we'll see if Atow brings it to his own back corner. Leaves it dangling in front of his net. Maybe has a little bit of a bait to try and get DrKnown to dive. Although I'd say that hook shot was far too strong. Atow is not going to tap this towards DrKnown unless he makes him. A couple different fake challenges to get the dribble started, and DrKnown does get the save. In and out. Does he have a long shot? He's going to try and power it. Atow can't stop it. The Doctor will equalize. Atow on 0 boost. Try to path over some pads to help him make this jump save, but it's not going to happen. 5-5 after a game controlled by Atow early. Now all equal. Delay kickoff attempt from Atow. DrKnown going to get possession control in his back corner, but maybe not for long as Atow's all over the ball. He puts on a shot that DrKnown's easily going to be able to handle. The question is, does he want to go up this high and try and make a play when he could be letting a 0-second wonder happen? This time he's not letting it happen for free. At least he is back, but Atow's double is denied. DrKnown says OT, please, as Atow drops a what a save. The next goal will decide who has the early lead here in this series. DrKnown picking up the attacking corner boosts. And now backing off this ball, baiting Atow in. He has an air dribble. Will he go for resets? He will, but fakes and wants a 50. Did not get the ball, but bumps Atow. Should be able to maintain possession. Question is, does he want to maintain it at the midfield or back corner? He tries midfield, and that actually results in him getting his boost stolen. And now he's on defense. Atow with a reset to the left post. DrKnown, great play off the wall. Those can be hard to read. But the Doctor made it look easy, and the counterattack is in! It was close to being off, but it does bounce off the post and in. Was Atow trying to get a demo here late? He didn't even get the demo because DrKnown just got caught by him ever so slightly instead of landing in front of him. DrKnown steals game 1 and starts up early in the series. Game number 2. Why did you allow this? Why did that get auto-modded and then someone allowed it? Atow scores the first goal. Another kickoff win to the side wall. Gets the resets or uses it off the ceiling. I don't know. This chat is confusing me why that ever got allowed. Atow flick, power slide cut, wants a bump. DrKnown sends it to the back wall. 0 boost for him now. That 50 is going to fall into Atow's control, and he was able to pick up the 100. So Atow just goes high double. DrKnown Scaring Atow, though, out of putting it on net. He wants to place it perfectly because he trusts DrKnown so much. And DrKnown is going to make 3 consecutive saves in a row. He recognized to not go for boost and instead go upfield. Seemed like a smart play. It is still going to result in Atow demoing him and gaining control, but I mean, he was in a bad spot either way. Now this time he has boost to work with. So I think a definite win for him. Although I don't know how much he has now as Atow pancaking on the back wall. Power slide cutting to punish DrKnown's creep out to the midfield. And he does. DrKnown got a little too boost hungry. And Atow was able to make him pay. Atow on the air dribble, looking top left. Wasn't able to get it. DrKnown should be able to follow this. I can't imagine Atow finds a way to make that save and gets back. Delay kickoff from Atow. Sent it too high. Actually going to allow DrKnown to come back. What is going on? He thought for sure DrKnown could touch the ball, and then DrKnown should have just shot that on target, but instead missed and drops himself an OK. A weird sequence of elite level 1v1. As Atow now bringing us back to the ground with a regular... Well, I say to the ground. I meant grounded. You know, now he's in the air. Back down to earth is what I meant to say, and now we're just too lost. DrKnown tapping this one out. Atow has him in yet another defensive sequence. Atow fake like he's going up to the ball. Instead, save a bit of boost. Ball down to the ground. What is that reset? It pushes himself far enough away from the ball that he knows not to follow it up. Atow no longer going all in like we saw in the early days of game 1. Instead, he's playing a lot more of that extended possession game. And this time, he's able to snipe DrKnown on the ground with a demo to make it 3-1. Atow tap towards the nets. DrKnown launches the length of the field, and they're both going to race for the boost. DrKnown's going to get that. He also could have stayed on the ball and scored as well, I think. Goodbye, the 1 hour mark. Less than an hour left on the Donathon. DrKnown 50 to make it 3-3 after Atow didn't go to the kickoff. That strategy did not pay off for him. Atow off the side wall once again off a kickoff. Looking to try and score on the far side of the net. DrKnown seems to have dialed it in here in terms of stopping Atow's aerial offense. And that is not something that's very easy to do. DrKnown reset wave dash. Now into an air dribble. Atow trying to flick one from midfield. DrKnown backs off. Wave dash shots. Top shelf. This has worked for him earlier. He'll find success with it again. As he just gets the reset. No other touches than that. Falls to the ground. And gets the wave dash shot. The late kickoff is going to work. Despite not getting an immediate goal. Pops it straight up. And DrKnown makes it back. But only to buy himself an opportunity to grab boost. Atow air dribble out of the back corner. Is he going to go back wall double? He will, and DrKnown has done a good job of reading that in terms of whether Atow's going to go for resets, go high, go for doubles, whatever it is. The Doctor has what it takes and is now made it 4-4 against Atow. Again, just dribbling straight over the top. Can work. at this high level. Everybody expecting slowdowns, resets, especially if a defender is slightly behind like Atow was. Another right wall kickoff. Atow has found so many different chances to do this. And this one gets a nice one from DrKnown. He has felt good defensively, I imagine. Been able to stop a lot of them. So he says, you know what? That one made it past me. That was a nice one. DrKnown gonna get control first as he sees Atow go up. He just stops going with the ball or stop pushing it up and just protects it. I think he was expecting to have to 50 here, but Atow ends up slowing down and just missing completely. DrKnown able to make it 5-5. Atow not going to the kickoff. Last time this resulted in him getting the ball 50 straight into his net. Definitely a big mistake. This time it's not going to be much different. Sure, it doesn't go directly in, but DrKnown capitalizing on the lack of kickoff from Atow. And now he's got a 6-5 lead. Kickoff win to the left side wall, straight to the nets. Atow's letting it slip away here. 24 seconds. Definitely still possible. We've seen a lot of direct kickoff wins from Atow to the side wall, but he's needed to mechanically pop off to finish them off. He has a great boost advantage right now, so it really isn't over yet. He's going to be able to get a shot attempt here in the next 3 seconds, and if he scores it, he'll get one more kickoff. Is that on its way in? Oh, the chain dash on the back wall from the Doctor. Even if he was low on boost, it doesn't matter. That secures game number 2. DrKnown, oh my goodness. The musty to accent mark the game, and it will be a 2-0 lead in a best of 5 for the Saudi. Game number 3. Atow on a catch. Wave dash. His wave dash shots going high have worked a lot. Horizon, they have the prime. And we're back over an hour. And surely we'll never fall under. No way. Not in 10 seconds. DrKnown counterattack to open game number 3. DrKnown, chip up. Now faking like he's going to take this to the side wall. Maybe he was hoping Atow would head there early. Atow did not, though. Stayed around for the 50. His flick. Sent to the back wall. DrKnown's defense maybe starting to get a little bit frustrating, as Atow has to search for creative ways to get past them now. The first 3 goals of the game, it looked like there wasn't going to be a ton of stops from DrKnown, but hey, an air dribble bump might be the answer. Atow might have just not been willing to go for it earlier. This time he does, and it equalizes the game. Aren't you supposed to grow a mustache for Movember? Not shave it? Atow flick, and as powerful as a follow-up as he could get, but DrKnown's still able to find his way back. Now rushing to the ball as he feels like DrKnown was going to try and take it away from him. Does he have a shot here? A doink is actually pretty close to on target. He does get credited with a shot, but I think it was off target. Now backing off. DrKnown. Front flip to the top right. The placement there is impeccable. And he's rewarded with a lead. This shot is not easy to say. Oh, it was placed by Atow. SRL, he missed. I see now that he missed slightly. I was like, wow, that was perfect. It didn't feel like there's any way Atow could stop it, but Atow's way to stop it was to just not go anywhere, not jump for the ball. Thank you, Ask, for the 3 months, and Revolution for the 3 months as well. DrKnown sending this one to the side wall. Resets 50. Atow won it so heavily. He should have a really strong scoring chance the other way. Even if DrKnown's able to pick up 100, he is recovering sort of late here. But man, Atow, he has been stunned, it feels like, from DrKnown. DrKnown's movement on the back wall is doing such a good job of looking like it's covering every option for Atow. He feels forced to just fall to the ground and shoot, and DrKnown is making the adjustments to stop those as well. But counterattack will work with a wide open net. And Atow makes it 2-3. DrKnown doubling over the top. Atow just got enough of a bump to push him off target. DrKnown big carry, resets. Just eaten up. That is not good enough aerial gameplay for this level of 1v1. If you ever see toxic hate in the chat during a show match, all you have to say is just be nice, Alga, and then everyone will be nice. Atow, little boost steal to make it 4-3. Atow, I mean, he keeps ball cam on. I always mention it. I mean, a lot of more people keep their ball cam on in more situations, but still not to the level of Atow. It just feels like almost his default is keep it on, and something crazy has to happen for him to take it off. Kazababe, thank you for the prime. Kratos, thank you for the gifted sub. We are pushing it back up. Much appreciated. DrKnown picking up the midfield 100 to make sure Atow does not get it, forcing Atow all the way back. Now DrKnown straight down the center of the field on an air dribble, heading towards the left post. Is there a way to mix that up? He tried the low pogo shot again. Not going to work this time. Didn't have quite the power. Atow, man, the flick felt really strong, and it seemed like a good read to try and go over the top of DrKnown on his recovery, and yet DrKnown still got up, pre-jumped it, saved it, guided it away. Getting the boost steal now. DrKnown resets. Saved into the corner. Atow! Or sorry, not Atow. Atow's not the one who gave a sub. Jorgen gifted a sub. Sakarver, they were the 5 months prime. Atow flick. DrKnown saves. Atow bangs it directly at him. Another save again, even though he has low boost. Now he finally won't be able to get back to this one, and it's looking like Atow should be able to finish this off. Delay kickoff from DrKnown. A little bit of cheek here towards the end of the game to try and sneak in 2 goals. Air dribble bump. Atow dodges underneath it and makes a save. Did not cross over the goal line in time. DrKnown's going to give him the what a save. Atow, I think, is too busy with this possession to say anything like thanks. There it is. Yeah, as soon as he had time, he did drop the thanks. And DrKnown does not hit the sidewall. It is over. Atow's going to throw on one more to make sure he really knows. Game number 3 going to Atow. Down but not out. Kind of like the Donathon with all these subs. Thank you. Atow, the ground pinch would have been sick if it weren't the end of the game. We all know it. We're hype training. Game number 4. Atow and DrKnown. DrKnown seemed like he might have a good kickoff until Atow bumped him off of it. Now they're both going to have to back off on low boost. But it will be the Doctor's possession, faking one way and the other. Forced into a 50. Atow unfazed by the dangers. And now setting up some offense the other way. Doctor up high, resets over the top of Atow, but at the cost of being able to score. I think he's fine with that trade-off, knowing that trying to shoot would have meant a save and maybe even a counter. Instead, he'll try again. A Diaz challenge from the back wall, pass it to himself off the ceiling. Again, not making it all the way there. We've seen him finish a couple times with pogo shots in order to make it the full distance. This time he never got the opportunity. He is still on offense potentially. It's not a clean offense. It seems very likely that Atow will gain control. And yep, DrKnown is going to back off. Atow off the ceiling, jumps down to the ground and cuts it to the opposite side of the net. And sometimes it can be that simple, as he will take a 1-0 lead. DrKnown, wave dash, chip towards the nets. Makes it a 1-1 game after a nice kickoff win. Atow's going to respond with one right back. Put us where we were just a couple seconds ago. A early jump, delay kickoff into wave dash. Another wave dash kickoff. Atow doesn't connect with the dash though. Accidentally 180s. And now DrKnown up in a very aggressive dribble, I would say. Normally, you want dribbles to kind of arc in a beautiful curve over the field where you can adjust it and do whatever you want. Reset, land, bounce. DrKnown's was very aggressive, very forward, and very all-in because of it. So when he got even the sign of a little bit of a 50 resistance, it was a score the other way. Atow, flick, intercepted. And so he'll try again. He saw Doctor all the way up the midfield, so he's playing quickly up the back wall, and DrKnown made it back. He just tried to score as fast as possible, which often is done by just slamming the ball and looking to make reads off of wherever it heads, whether that's back wall, ceiling. DrKnown again is just playing keep away, but this time he's playing keep away from himself. Atow is glad to have the ball bouncing off the back wall and headed the other direction. And now it's 4-1 for Atow. Atow expecting DrKnown to back off. DrKnown does not have boost though, so Atow trying to play it as quickly as possible, and there was space there in that top left corner of the net. Had his flick been perfectly on target, but he does get post instead, or crossbar, can't remember which one it was, but he will quickly score. I just remember hearing the ping. Big dunk, all the midfield play. DrKnown hasn't really been able to get a strong possession at all this game. Atow's been challenging quickly and intercepting opportunities before they even really materialize. And now you can see DrKnown feeling the pressure from that. At 24 boost, I don't think the right call was to just send one rolling at Atow, but he's felt those early challenges previously. What a save. Maybe for searching for an answer to stop them. Air dribble. This one's going to have to be better than what we saw previously from the Doctor. He goes to a low 50. Good, but not great. Still going to result in Atow control, just not immediate goal. Now Atow up to the ceiling. Never really had it on target and had no way to adjust it on target, but he's just waiting it out and waiting for mistakes that we did not see earlier from DrKnown. DrKnown's out of the match, and presumably that's a forfeit. 133 at 1. I mean, he left the game. Yeah, he called next. Game number 5, Atow versus DrKnown. Atow trying to get a reverse sweep here against DrKnown. DrKnown did steal game 1 away, and game 2 was quite close. So when you look at the whole series, at the end of the day, maybe it is going to be a decently Atow favored series. But He will have to finish this game 5 off as well to make it seem that way, of course. Just DrKnown's wins have been really close, and Atow's have been a bit more of a blowout. And Drewski, maybe the 30 months gamer. Much appreciated. DrKnown, late to the 50, did get at least somewhat of a touch. Now these guys playing chicken to see who's going to use their boost to tap the ball. And DrKnown, understandably, the person who was trying to play defense, was forced to go up there and hit it. And now he's staring down Atow. Is he gonna? There's no reason to save it on the goal line. You're losing right now. You need this goal to tie it, unless you just want to make it spicy OT for no reason. DrKnown. Double jump shots into Atow, who's picked up his corner boost and really wants to force the issue now. He's not interested in playing defense back on his own goal line. He wants to bring the game to DrKnown. Not enough to, not go for the boost in the first place and keep constant pressure. He does still want his 100, but he does try to close the distance after. Atow not going to the kickoff at all. So far has been a net negative, I would say, for him. And I would say that net negative continues as DrKnown maybe didn't have a quality chance at first, but got a demo and should have a quality chance now. Nice shot. There's a surprising amount of speed. There's a reason why Atow drops a nice one. This isn't just your average reset into shot. Just a great roll behind the ball to give a ton of power. And it's a 3-1 lead for DrKnown. Atow kickoff bump will bring it right back to a 1-goal game. Atow chip up in the corner is reset. Will outplay the Doctor this time, who's done a great job of deciding when to challenge. This time he's having to play on 12 boosts, and he just gets there too late. Doctor's sticking around because he's hoping for an opportunity to shoot when Atow backs off for boost. Atow never does. Forces him into an unfavorable 50, I would say. And now Atow has possession of his own, and he keeps it simple. Far away from the net. DrKnown heads to the back wall, where he's not going to be able to position well to intercept this because of a couple reasons. Atow keeps it fairly low, which means DrKnown cannot use the airspace, or the wall space, I should say, above the net. And he keeps it far to the right, away from where DrKnown can defend on the left wall. Making it just a really, really tough read. DrKnown has to dive really early. And a simple reset will go over the top of him. Atow able to make this save as he got 3 straight goals to take the lead back here in Game 5. DrKnown's going to back off. This is potentially dangerous here from Atow. DrKnown needed to save it soft, though. I don't know if he felt so comfortable saving it that he'd be willing to do that. Clearly, he dove through at high speed, and that's probably because he had a lot of respect for what Atow might still be able to do. But that looked like it was maybe a simple enough save that if he had touched it soft, he would have had a follow-up and an immediate goal instead of having to play this longer possession out, which still might go in his favor as he taps this towards the nets. Atow does escape for a moment. 23 boosts. DrKnown didn't get the best catch and knows to prioritize getting demoed instead of playing on the ball, but Atow has to make contact if he's going to go that all in on the physical gameplay. And dude, no way, he did it with ball cam on? I watched his POV. He chased it down with ball cam on? Oh, did he DC? Oh, okay. DrKnown's giving one back. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That did seem pretty low IQ of a play, and it would make sense that that was a disconnect. DrKnown lets him have his goal back. Atow on an air dribble reset. Top right, perfectly placed. 6-4 Atow. Atow controlling this kickoff loss into his corner, which means it can be a kickoff win for him. His flick game has not been good enough to get past DrKnown yet. Another pogo shot attempts. Atow ready for them. He's seen him a few times now. He's not going to let it happen a third time. And a best of 5 is a long set of games. Sure, you might win with a trick once or twice early on, but if you don't stay creative, the opposition's going to start to realize your patterns. Atow certainly has done that. DrKnown needs this goal bad, and he does get it. I'm not sure he could afford to play down 3 inside the final minutes, and he won't have to. Great landing and recovery. Good recognition from DrKnown that he did miss, that he's going to need to get back and make another play, and just landed so well inside the net to do so. Atow, kickoff control. I like this from DrKnown. I know it seems like a big mistake because Atow's going to get a goal. But I guess I should say I understand it. Maybe it's not a good idea, but Atow has been doing a lot of time wasting, of forcing bad challenges whenever he's gotten possession with a lead like this. And so I think DrKnown dove in immediately in order to not have to deal with that and hope for a quick 50 and to get something going. I think that was the right call, but maybe could have been done slightly better, obviously, because it resulted in him getting instantly scored on. But Atow has been a good time waster, is really my points. 40 seconds, 3 goals. It's not seeming likely. We are going to need a DS challenge out of DrKnown. There's no question about it. He doesn't have the kind of boost he needs. His wave dash misses. Atow prioritizing the net. That's what really matters. He does get beat here, though, as Atow had pre-jumped and attacked DrKnown. He was hiding behind the ball from DrKnown POV, but he definitely knew he was coming. And now you need a little kickoff cheese here if you want to entertain overtime. DrKnown actually just going to try and win a kickoff straight. He has won a couple kickoffs from the left wall, like that one where he put it straight to the net, but instead Atow wins this one and all but secures his reverse sweep on DrKnown. Another kickoff that isn't immediately into the blue net means the chances are dwindling away. A save, a catch, an end of a series. Atow responds to a couple nice wins from DrKnown with 3 straight, and his double or nothing run continues. Level 2 completes. The question is now, does he want to go for 250 at level 3? He doubles! He doubles! He doubles! He says, I double! Toxic! Toxic, who just had his run ended by Vatira, is going to have a chance at redemption against Atow sometime tomorrow. If Atow can do tomorrow as well.